came out from a piece of work I did about 8 years ago called Abandoned, that was looking at sites just in the UK that had a military or social or political kind of aspect to it. So 3 years ago or so I started looking back at some of those pieces of work, the ones that had the military significance, and it kind of dawned on me how important this was as a piece of work, so I wanted to look at that further, and that's how the work came out from there, really. It's almost as time passes they become more and more important. It's obviously photographs of objects that were constructed 70 years ago or so for a very different purpose, for the purpose of war, but it's that idea that if you don't get to see things from the past, you'll never understand the past fully, and the old thing of having to understand your past to know your present and your future as well. So it's almost as time passes and the memories of these histories fade and the people involved in these times all start to die off. I think work like this can become more important with each day, really. I think as a photographer you generally think you want to have exhibitions in a more traditional style of photography gallery, but I think for me, because of the work and the nature of the subject matter, it's quite a popular subject matter, it's important to reach as diverse an audience as possible. So to have it in traditional photography galleries and then a museum setting is perfect for me. Obviously within that the Armouries is almost a perfect museum because of the nature of what you hold here in the history as well. It's an old large format film camera. It's the best one that suits the subject matter. It gives you a piece of film that's 5 by 4 inches, so it's about the size of a postcard for a sheet of film. So you can really big piece of film into really beautiful prints, and the camera has certain technical movements in it that allow you to keep vertical straight when shooting from low down or high up. All very technical, but it does the job basically. Because of the subject matter, I try to shoot in a very soft, subdued light. I don't want to kind of shoot at sunrise and sunsets, to add any extra drama, because I don't think the subject matter needs any more drama to it. So I generally shoot, if possible, in kind of these foggy, sea misty conditions, or when you have very flat, soft grey light, and also where possible very early in the day, just so there's no other people in the images. But sometimes the time of shoot is dependent on the tide as well, because not so much this shot, but there's other shots where I'm standing in the sea to take the photographs and there's only so wet I want to get. It's basically photographed on the beaches and in the sand dunes. There's a second image in the collection as well. Interesting enough, this is near Menny, where Donald Trump's been building his golf courses. And it's one of the many defences built in Scotland, and a lot of the reason I've learned from my research why they built them there was to make the German army think there would be an invasion from Scotland. Hence a lot of the German army was positioned up towards Denmark and Norway to cut off that threat. And then from that there's huge links between Scotland and Norway as well, which isn't not necessarily Newborough but towards the Shetland bus up from the Shetland Islands as well. And it's a beautiful, stunning location, and I think it was 3 times I went to this place to actually get the photograph till basically the tides and the light and time of day were all perfect. I think I was staying in a nearby hotel and had to leave about 4:30 in the morning to get out because it was about an hour's walk or so to the location. And I kind of got downstairs, they'd locked the front door from the inside, so I couldn't get out. And obviously this was 600 miles away from home, and I'd driven for a couple of days and I wasn't going to not get the shot. So I had to basically break out of the hotel bar window with my rucksack and tripod, crawl through the barriers and get the shot, and then get back in time for breakfast and explain to them why one of their windows was open.